Today we are looking at who is the witness, who is the observer. A lot of talk about the witness, the observer. And this is all under the umbrella of who am I? Could it be that I suffer because I am not identifying with the deepest part of me? Could it be that I suffer because I am identifying as an idea, as a construct? I built this idea of myself, Tim, and I have these qualities, and I've had these experiences, and from these experiences I've made a meaning, and that meaning is who I am. Is that who I am? Sometimes I might get depressed. Sometimes I might get confused. Sometimes I might get sad. Sometimes I might get lonely. How do I know that I'm experiencing these things? Okay, they're there, the loneliness is there, the sadness is there, the whatever, it's there, but how do I know it's there? Because it's seen, because it's witnessed. My depression is witnessed. If it wasn't witnessed, it wouldn't be there. It wouldn't affect me. It's because I witness it that I say, oh, I'm depressed today. What witnesses that? And this is what the conversation's about. Oh, I'm thinking so much. I'm having such negative thoughts. How do I know that I'm having negative thoughts? Oh, my consciousness is so high. I took the medicine and I experienced multiple levels of reality. How do I know that I experienced multiple levels of reality? It was witnessed. It was observed. Oh, I went to this beautiful place and saw the sunset. It was wonderful. How do I know that I saw the sunset, and how do I know that I experienced it as wonderful? Because I witnessed it. I observed it. Now, everybody's doing this all the time. That's who we are. We are the witness. That's the constant thing about us. What we witness isn't constant. It's always changing. Except when we're in deep sleep, deep dreamless sleep, we're constantly witnessing. If we're dreaming, sleep dreaming, we're witnessing our dreams. And every moment that we're awake, we're witnessing. Now, the thing is this. Let's have a look at the witness. What actually is that? If I witness myself as confused, oh, I'm really confused. I hear myself think that. And that thought came out of some sensation, some experience. When I witness myself as confused, the one who's witnessing in me, is that one confused? When I witness myself as happy, the one who witnesses that happiness, is that one happy? The one that does the witnessing of my thoughts, is it partial? Does it prefer to witness one kind of thought over another? Or is it impartial? We need to have a look. We need to, ourselves, each one, get the answers to these questions. Realize the witness. Because normally what we're doing is we're going outwards with our senses, aren't we? We're looking out. In fact, our whole mission seems to be to try and find some meaning or purpose or connectivity by going outwards. But the sages of the past have said to us, yeah, that's all great, but how about going inwards? Oh, I don't want to go inwards because I will encounter, first of all, my thoughts, which I'm having enough of anyway, and then I don't know what else I might encounter if I go inwards. I've had some sorrows, I've had some traumas, I've had some pain. I don't want to go in there and experience all that again. I'll keep it shallow, I'll keep it on the outside, I won't go inwards. There's unknown territory inwards. I might have to experience my fears. I know I've got them. I'm mostly able to keep one step ahead of them. But if I go inwards, perhaps I'll encounter them. And maybe, if you go within, perhaps you might. But they will be observed. When you observe your fear, the one that's doing the observing, you, is that one fearful? Does he become fearful? Does she become fearful? No. Just witnesses it. The witness, does it make comment? Oh, that was an intense series of thoughts. Makes no comment and is completely impartial. So what is within? Who is the witness? Is the witness part of my character? Oh, he's got a very good witness, you know. Is it a personality trait? Oh, he observes. He's a great observer. There is a character trait where you could say, oh, he's a great observer, someone who's very awake to what's going on outside of himself. But this isn't the observer we're talking about. We're talking about the witness within. When one gets drunk, some people get drunk, they drink a lot for whatever reason, and it alters their state of consciousness, which is witnessed. When the witness witnesses one being drunk, does it get intoxicated itself? No. When the psychedelics were taken and the big extraordinary experience happened, did the witness get stoned? No. And people suffering with depression a lot these days, and anxiety. How do we know that we're depressed and anxious? Because it's witnessed. The sensations of anxiety are witnessed. The thoughts supporting the anxiety and the depression are witnessed. So the witness is prior to the thoughts, prior to the sensation, to the feeling. It's all witnessed. Does the witness ever change? Does it grow older? You know all the answers to these questions because you are it. I'm just trying to help you recover what you already know. You already know this. But somehow, the chatter of the mind has drawn us out of the witness, and we've been living in a slum inside ourselves, which is being witnessed. Otherwise we wouldn't know. So, does it ever change? No, it doesn't ever change. Does the witness get wiser as it sees more? No, it doesn't. It is pure knowingness. The intellect gathers information, processes it, and becomes wiser, or not. Experience, we have experience, and that teaches us on a certain level. But that's all witnessed. The experiences are all witnessed, and what we make of those experiences is witnessed, and what we feel about those experiences are witnessed. So it doesn't change. It doesn't grow old. No, the witness is tired. No, as you grow old and your limbs start cracking up and your energy's not as vital as it was perhaps, that's witnessed. But it's witnessed with the same vibrancy as anything was ever witnessed by you. I saw this great thing on a video, and it was, this guy was saying, okay, look, here's your finger. It's very simple this, but it's good. Here's your finger. Point to your hand. So you point to your hand. What do you see? You see a hand. Okay, and then he goes, point to your knee. What do you see? You see your knee. Now, point to you. What do you see? You don't see your face. It's just a space. When you seek the witness within, do you find a mini you sitting there in a meditation posture deep within inside of you, watching a screen with headphones on as he witnesses your life? No, you don't. When you go within, you don't find anything. First you go in, you can counter your thoughts. Then you go deeper, you counter your feelings. Then you go deeper, you find deep memory. And then you go beyond that. Put all that down. That's all part of your psychology. The psychological self is not the witness, neither is it you. It's an aspect. It's the part you play, which is witnessed. You might be playing a part of being terribly enlightened. It's witnessed. You might be a part of being broken and lost. It's witnessed. What is the nature of the witness? Who witnesses your great enlightenment? It's clear. It has no form. It's silent. It can't be grabbed. Can it be seen? Can you see the witness? Can the observer be observed? Now this is where it gets exciting. Because as you, for a moment or longer, decide, okay, I've been witnessing a lot of really boring thoughts. I've been witnessing my life. I've been witnessing my states of consciousness. Now I want to Witness the witness. What is the witness? When you turn your attention onto attention, when you turn within and look at the witness, what do you see? And there is an amazing, amazing realization that the witness is consciousness. It's a point. It comes back to a point. Your point of view. The point from which you observe this life. But when you turn round and seek out that point, you come to a great, great stillness. And in that stillness you feel that you can let go of everything, including the sense of your point of view. I don't mean intellectually your point of view. I mean literally the observer point of view. It's still you and it as the observer. But when that deep peace, when that deep silence comes, even that dissolves. And then it's realized that, wow, all there is awareness. Inconceivable awareness, the inconceivable intelligence that informs the molecules, informs the atoms, informs the seasons, keeps mountains together, makes the tides roll, begins galaxies and universes and ends them. The origin of all our thinking, all our feeling, and all our experience, awareness, cannot be grasped. Out of awareness comes consciousness and the sense that I am. And for a while I have a platform, the observer, which I can watch everything and appreciate everything. But that in itself is an expression of awareness, self-cognizing awareness, which has no point of view. Temporarily, I get the sense I am, which is my point of view, the observer. So, knowing the observer is the key to lasting, stabilizing peace. Knowing the observer, being the observer, relaxing into the observer, is a cause for stable joy. Because actually being awake, being conscious of what is joyous, is peaceful. The clarity of the observer isn't relative, oh, today I'm not so clear. No, it's always 100% clear. It's so clear that it can hold confusion. The silence and the peace is so deep, it can embrace chaos and noise. The love is so omnipresent that it can hold every single dream. So the practical side of this is that storms will come. We're in one now, 2020. Personally, storms come. Collectively, storms come. But when a great storm comes, does it affect the sky? Is the sky the storm, or is the sky the sky? And the storm happens in the sky. the storm happens in the sky, and the sky remains untouched. And the same. All my thoughts arise in the sky of my awareness, or of awareness. Consciousness states arise in awareness. My life drama unfolds in awareness. My access to awareness is through the consciousness of I am, the observer, the witness. Now there are some people who I know who have suffered or do suffer from depression. And some of them, this understanding alone has not necessarily meant that they don't get that weather condition anymore, although that is also possible. But even if that weather condition comes, now how they meet it, the context that they put it in, has transformed such that it becomes a weather condition that they wouldn't choose necessarily, but it's a weather condition passing through an aspect of their being that they can observe, knowing that the observer and what it observes is not affected by what it observes. That's something we can discover by closely examining and inquiring, self-inquiry. To inquire within, to really look ourselves and see if what is said is true. Everything is observed. So what is beyond what we perceive? What happens if we put everything that we can perceive down? We leave our interest completely. If it can be perceived, we're not interested. If it can be looked at, we're not interested. If it can be heard, we're not interested. If it can be felt, we're not interested. We want to know who's feeling. What is feeling? These exalted states of consciousness, what is feeling them? These low states of consciousness, what is experiencing them? Who is the experiencer? The observer of the experience is what? It never changes. And this realization, this experience of that, knowing that directly from your own insight, this constitutes the beginning of the awakening, and consequently the end of suffering. It's really possible. And it's really possible for you, whoever you are. You don't have to have your psychological self sorted out. You're never going to control the weather. It's always going to be changing. And it's not by controlling your moods or controlling your thoughts that you become happiness. You already are happiness. But where is that true in you? What is more subtle than your mind, the thinker? What's more subtle than that? Perhaps it's the domain in which those thoughts unfold, the sky in which that weather takes place. When you surrender into the observer, there is the brilliance and the clarity and the peace of the natural state, just being what you actually are. You're not who you thought you were. You're not the part you're playing. You are this incredible consciousness point that is one and an expression of inconceivable awareness, the unchanging truth, the screen upon which all life is projected, the clearing within which all life in every aspect takes place. This is a very gentle unfolding. You're not going to be tested unless who you're being, that your unfoldment is that it's full of tests and challenges. But it doesn't have to be, because it's already completely here now. And you are that. This you can do. This is what your heart yearns for, the place you've been looking for, the seat of the observer, the place of the observer, behind the psychological self and all its ramblings, behind the persona and all its masks. Who's there? What's there looking out through the masks? Beautiful consciousness, pure consciousness, untouched. Remember, what is observed does not affect the observer. It may affect different aspects of the persona and the personality. It does not affect the observer. The observer is untouched, which is great news, because no matter what trauma or drama or storm came upon us and may be damaged, maybe we perceive our psychology as being damaged and dysfunctional. But who is doing that perceiving? And is that one damaged and dysfunctional? And the answer, if you look, is no. You can put all of that stuff down and enjoy a moment of being completely whole and being freedom itself. This is really wonderful. The observer. Just observe quietly, witness.